Hey folks, guns, gear, on target training out here in Oregon. Before we get started, if you enjoy our content, please like, share, and subscribe. We are getting close to the 100,000 subscriber mark. At that point, the algorithm, of course, will feature our videos more. So we're so close to doing that. We're within 2,000 or so subscribers. So I would ask, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoy our content, please share it with friends and family and ask them to subscribe as well. Let's get started in talking about a really, really beautiful high-end pistol. This is the Staccato P. The Staccato P is a double stacked 1911 style, so we have a single action trigger with an external safety, a grip safety, and a design that is really focused on making the operator very effective at what they do in terms of this gun is easy to be fast and accurate with. It is, in this version, the Staccato P, is really designed as a service pistol, carry pistol, personal protection tool, any of the above. And what I have found in shooting it, sometimes people will say, well, is it really worth, purchasing a gun that's, close to $3,000? Is that really worth it? Well, there is a case to be made that you could spend $500 or $600 on a polymer frame gun and spend the rest in ammunition and develop your skills. 100% agree with that. And every once in a while, it's also nice if you save for a long time or you have the money to actually invest in something that is on the higher end side. The Staccato P comes in this carrying case. In that carrying case, you have a place for the pistol, a place for magazines. It comes with the different stuff you need for swapping out the sights if you want to put in a red dot. The case is lockable. The gun comes with a couple things that are kind of sweet and tricked out. We have a enhanced mag well, allowing very quick and easy manipulation when you're loading the pistol. It comes with a 17-round magazine and also a 20-round magazine. So with the package I bought, it was 2 17s and 1 20. You can obviously purchase additional magazines if you want with this pistol, which make a lot of sense to me. One knock that some people have experienced, so far I haven't, but apparently the magazines can be hit or miss, meaning that you can get a magazine that does not reliably feed. I have not experienced that, but it is important to acknowledge that some people, the mag design, from what I've read, what I've seen, what other people have told me, is really the only possible flaw in the pistol. Now, this is a Gen 3 magazine, so I know there have been some evolution. Again, these magazines, both the 20-round and 17-round, seem to work fine. That's where that extended mag well really comes into play, of course, is when you're reloading. It's very quick. Just up, in, kind of hard to miss. The gun is set up already with sights and a cutout allowing you to add an optic to it. In this case, we have a Holosun. but it could be an RMR or whatever you want. And what's really nice is the rear plate that allows you to do that has sights that are already set up so that you don't have to do anything special with it to still be able to see the sights. And I happen to love the fiber optic green sight, although you could certainly replace those with tritium sights if that's your primary thing. But this for me works really, really well. In shooting it, because of its weight, and again, just being that 1911 grip frame is sort of, for me, one of the more shootable platforms that are out there. And being in 9mm, of course, depending on what type of ammo you shoot, but I like the heavier bullets, so 147 grain bullets. It is it's very soft and very flat shooting. Even with my physical handicap, I'm really able to maintain control of the gun, follow through, get quickly back on the sights. There are a zillion reviews out there. The design's been out for a long time. People have been talking about it, and I am extremely favorably impressed. I've shot the Staccato 2011, the 5-inch long slide version of the pistol with the enhanced trigger. That's a 3.5-pound single action trigger pull, which is fabulous. This one's probably a closer to 4.5 or 4.25, something like that. Which is fine for its intended purposes. I can see, though, boy, if you really want to run fast and you're shooting in competition, then perhaps modifying the trigger to get to that lighter trigger might be an option. Gun has ambidextrous safety, right? It's a very, very distinct safety. So as you come out, right, you're bringing that safety off, getting on your trigger, going to work, and then back on. Very, very nice. Slide stop is nice and large, so it's easy enough to get to, even with my, smaller-ish hands. So I can get to that slide stop, get back onto work. I like that. The one thing I notice a little bit is because, again, it has to do with my hands and it has to do with the girth of the frame itself, I have to actually manipulate the gun. I have to flip it slightly to get to the mag release. So I have to flip it to get to that mag release. So we'll give you some updates. In a few weeks, months, we'll give you some updates. We're about 500 rounds, so into its break-in period at this point. We'll be, continuing to test it. Again, I'm a guy who's been shooting polymer frame handguns for a long time. And when you move to something like this, it's always a real joy to go back to a steel frame gun or a single action pistol versus a striker fired gun. It's just, there's something about that feeling, particularly, again, we safety check this, but nice crisp trigger, short reset. Once you're through the initial, there's a little bit of take up, but then at this point, there's a nice crisp break and a very short reset right there. So that's a quick look at the Staccato 2011 P. We'll run this for a while, give you some thoughts and opinions on it as we just experience that. Well, guys, really appreciate you watching. Once again, please, please, please subscribe if you enjoy our content. Have any interest in the channel, we'd really appreciate you subscribing.